Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I am Mike, and this is a review of HAVOC starring Tom Hardy, Timothy Olyphant, Forrest Whitaker, and it's directed by Gareth Evans, who directed The Raid Redemption, The Raid 2. He directed Apostle, which just came to Netflix a couple years ago, a horror movie starring Dan Stevens. That was okay. The best way I can explain it is Max Payne meets The Raid. It's a crime movie with just tons of action, gun fu, and the movie's been in production since 2021. They literally had principal photography done in 2021, and then they needed to do some reshoots, and the SAG after strike happened, and here we are, 2025, and now the movie's coming to Netflix on Friday. And when I saw the trailer for it, the first thing I noticed was, oh no, it's got that COVID feel to it. You know, movies that just look like they were made during COVID, you know, it's just something's like not quite right. It's got like one lazy eye. The CG specifically. A trailer came out yesterday for a movie with John Cena and Idris Elba as a president and a prime minister, like buddy cop film, and I'm like, they end up, they're not cops, but they end up kind of, you know what I mean, in a tumultuous situation. And same thing, man. I watched that and I'm like, oh, this is fun and funny and right up my alley. I love these kind of movies. The boys are back in town, bitch. Bitches leave. But no, as soon as you get to the action, there's a plane crash, because we have to do a plane crash, even though we're not going to build a practical plane set. And it all just has this sheen of fake on top of it. It doesn't even look like bad CG. It all looks like dusty. Like, I don't even know how to... Do you know what I'm talking about? So much CG, so many of these action scenes these days just look like fake and ugly. I don't know where this look is coming from. This is a little bit different. So before we get into that, let me get into the story of this. The movie stars Tom Hardy. He's a detective in New York City. He works with Timothy Olyphant. With the amazing hair, Timothy Olyphant. They should have never canceled Santa Clarita Diet. He should have never worked with Netflix again, you fuckers. Maybe that's why, because it was in 2021. Anyways, hair looks great, Tim. You're doing a good job. You know, it's dark. The city's, you know, it's Gotham City basically is what the whole thing feels like. And there is a drug deal that's gone wrong. A bunch of people died. And one of those people that were there in the building was the character of Forrest Whitaker's son. And Forrest Whitaker plays the crooked mayor. And basically, he tells Tom Hardy, my son didn't do this. Go find him, no matter what it takes, and bring him to me. It's another weird way of saying, hey, a person enters the building down here and they have to clear out all the bad guys to the top floor, like the raid. It's just, you know, the whole stage is set just so that one guy can go through, survive a lot of shit, and kick a lot of ass. In this one, it takes a little while to get going. It's a lot of really, really simple stuff that they're taking a lot of time to explain. Like, they have to introduce to us like 15 characters, it feels like, kind of like you know, Smoking Aces had like all the different hitmen that you go through. It was sort of like that, just not as entertaining in my opinion. You're kind of just waiting for the action to start. I mean, the movie starts with a chase scene, like, so I can't really say that. It's just, I think you're waiting for the plot to start, you know, for us to know what's going on, for us to care. Is the action great? The whole entire middle to the end of the film, there's a nightclub scene that just goes off the fucking rails. That is batshit nuttery. And then that leads to another and another and another. And then they tell two friends. And then they tell two friends. And the best way I can possibly explain to you what it's like watching the action in HAVOC is that it's like trying to watch what may be the world's greatest action film of all time in the middle of the world's worst earthquake. It's filmed amazing and cutting edge, and damn, how did you do that? But simultaneously, I can't tell what the fuck is going on. I mean, that is what it feels like to watch this movie. And it's so loose with everything. I mean, it's a video game, and we'll talk about why specifically when we get to the look of it. But talking about specifically how the action is shot, if you're a person who didn't like shaky cam, holy fuck. This is the he's tweaking, let him fucking tweak version of Jason Bourne shaky cam. I mean, this fucking camera is a goddamn waveable, wacky arm inflatable tube, man. And it's not just that. It's actually impressive at times. Like, fuck, how are they doing this? But there's so much happening at all times. Something that works for the raid, where a bad guy will come out and you just have a choreographed crazy fight scene. Now we've thrown fucking 200 guns in the mix, and everything is so dark anyways. This movie looks like Alien vs. Predator as far as lighting. Like, you're literally squinting at the screen the entire time. And a lot of the guys have the exact same fucking haircut. Everyone's got a high and tight fucking, you know, with like gray pepper beards. So like I'm like, is that Timothy Olyphant? Is that Tom Hardy? I don't know who. Is that the other dude? I can't tell who's fucking who here. And it's all so dark, the entire movie, and it's happening so fast. And it's just like bam, 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 like fucking people are getting punched, people are getting shot. There's one scene where I swear to God, I watched a woman shoot a guy's entire body from head to toe with a machine gun. And then she stands him up and she's like, all right, now I'm going to arrest you. And he's just like talking fine. I'm like, did he not get fucking shot just now? I watched you pepper him with bullets. I'm really confused. There's also an insane amount of this is a main character protection in the movie. There's bullets, there's death, there's gore, there's blood, there's violence. Everyone's dying, everyone's shooting. But these three characters, I'm a rocket scientist, basically are on God mode. Like there's almost 0% chance in reality you just walked through that without getting shot. There were 17 people shooting at you from 2 feet away with their guns pointed at your face. And by the way, everything's faster in this movie. The cars go faster than normal. The guns shoot faster than normal. You know, guns with silencers won't be silent. Like weird stuff like that. It's just so loosey-goosey. It's like an arcade game. It's just got a Fast and Furious element to this action movie all over the place. But it's also selling itself as super grounded, it feels like. I don't know. They did an amazing job choreographing the fight scenes. Like, I'm watching and I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. I wish I could see what the fuck was going on. And I wish I could know who this character is or that guy is or why no one's getting shot even though you're shooting it. It's like, that's what I'm saying when it comes down to the action scenes. They are amazing. They're fucking impressive as shit. This looks like a painful movie to make. I don't know why they chose to make this movie so damn dark and so hard to follow. That being said, let's talk about the looks of the rest of the film. To me, it looks like fucking shit. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. They have to be on purpose going for a video game look. They have to be. Because if not, the CG is so fucking bad and overdone. I get the idea of trying to make your movie look different, like a Sin City sort of deal, you know, graphic novel sort of look. And I guess there's that in there a little bit. But really, this being an original story, as soon as the movie starts and you're watching these cop cars, again, go 3 times as fast as they should. You watch a car chase where vehicles are doing things you know they can't do. You know, a gigantic semi-truck is taking turns like a fucking Corvette. And it all just looks so silly to me. And it made me long for the days of, you know, like fucking Lethal Weapon 2. You know, when they're having a car chase and jumping around from car to car, or the scenes in Speed, you know, like it makes me long for the days where we just made action movies, man. We didn't have to computer animate everything. And I'm talking about everything, guys. Like a bucket on the street will be computer animated. Like a sign in the background, you can tell it's a video game glow. When you step outside in this movie, you're in a video game. And I take it that was on purpose. I just not a fan of it. I think the movie could have been one of the best films of the year, specifically action-wise. Had it just been natural, had they not gone for whatever this computer-generated shit is, and had they put some lighting in the damn movie, and just made it a little more grounded, a little more believable that this could actually happen. So if you did those 3 things, which are big asks for this film, I think that you've got it nailed. I don't know what the deal is. I'm sure it's probably not Gareth Evans' fault. There's got to be something in Hollywood where they're telling these people you are not allowed to shoot practically. You figure it out. The moment in Carry On, the movie Carry On that came to Netflix. Maybe it's specifically a Netflix thing more than anything else too, or Amazon Prime Video. The car chase that happens in that movie, just so fake looking, and it looks like that. You know what I mean? It's got that fake sheen on it, and yeah, I just don't understand. This is a gritty cop movie. Can we just watch the people fight? Why does everything have to be so over-polished and overdone like this? I just want to see sweaty dudes throw down in fisticuffs, you know? Roadhouse had a little bit of that problem, but it's simplified it down enough to where, like, when 2 people would fight, you could at least see what was going on. Even though it had some of that issue, I feel like it was way cleaner in a sense, at least. This is just on meth, you know? So, yeah, and Timothy Olyphant, I think he was sort of miscast for his character. It's hard for me to buy it. Tom Hardy's Tom Hardy. He walks through the entire movie basically like he's in Warrior, you know, carrying a fucking empty cup of coffee around for some reason for half the movie. talking like that, with his the weird Tom Hardy voice. He's Tom Hardy. It's a Tom Hardy character. But he also has some funny moments that are literally Tom Hardy and Venom, like that kind of thing. Like he'll just do some spastic ass shit, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, man. This movie's fucking weird. I'm gonna give it, just for the sheer amazing action scenes that I couldn't see, I have to give the movie a 6 out of respect for that. But I really just, I can't say I super enjoyed my experience watching HAVOC. I wish I could, but that's where I'm at. I feel like this movie may end up with a cult following, though, because I feel like a general audience, I don't know, dude, like there's Fast and Furious. It's hard to say. Like people will literally count down days on the calendar to go see Fast and the Furious. I'll never understand that. To me, that shit's corny as fuck. But this could find a mass audience. People might lose their shit and go bonkers for this movie, and I might be reading hate comments for the next 6 months. But I hope you enjoy it. I do recommend watching it if you're a fan of action movies, checking it out for yourself. It could be a personal taste situation for me. But I also think it could find a cult following. If it's not widely successful, I could see it finding a cult following because the action is so intense and so crazy, and there's so much blood. CGI as fuck blood, but blood. And so many crazy fight scenes and stuff like that. I feel like if people enjoy being in this world with this lighting and this effect, I think they may end up not just fans of the movie, but extreme fans of the movie. So if that makes sense, that's kind of how a cult movie can happen. So that is my review of HAVOC. I love your fucking faces, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.